because that is what some men like you believe she should be doing.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is that if she leaves, that's her personal decisions, that she's got to deal with the consequences of that, right? Like if she's going to go ahead and break up her family and leave her husband, there's going to be negative consequences to that, right? Like, you know, I didn't see any complaints for the 10 years where she was with him and she didn't have to work and she was able to kind of...
Plus, you got 10 years of raising kids. Do you know how many daycare? My sister works at a daycare.
chill and, you know, live a certain lifestyle. But then she wants to leave and be able to say, okay, well, I don't want to deal with negative consequences of breaking up my family. And I think that's kind of the bad part is women prioritize their happiness in a relationship over their duty. And they'll leave because they're not happy.
Do you believe happiness is should be considered whether it's in domestic abuse situations? Let's say your husband abuses his wife. Do you believe the woman should stay there in that relationship, which could cause trauma to the child because of the family's happiness?
Now, obviously, you're being specific with domestic violence. Though that does occur, it's not the majority of reasons, right? It just comes down to women just not being... Well, here's the thing. Let's have a very honest conversation here. A lot of these phrases are bullshit. Oh, verbal abuse. Oh, emotional abuse. It can literally be him saying, yo, you need to do X, Y, Z, or him critiquing her. And she'll say that's verbal abuse. The problem is that we've basically conflated valid criticism or anything that needs to be said in a relationship to keep it going as abuse. And we tend to defer to what women say and believe them on at face value for everything that they say. So what's ended up happening is women don't really take accountability in relationships anymore, and everything is verbal abuse, or I'm being assaulted, or or verbal assault I've heard. Like stupid shit like this. He might say, hey, you know what? I need you to do X, Y, Z. She'll look at that as this is abusive. So not only has it been where we've created like this weird environment where women want to go ahead and destroy relationships, we've also created stupid vernacular to kind of try to criminalize or pejoratively label constructive criticisms or healthy conversations within relationships. Because in other words, the man is always wrong. The woman is always right.
So I feel like you're kind of deflecting my point. I'm talking about in a scenario that there is domestic abuse and it is in fact
then, yeah,
true.
she should leave. If she's being assaulted, she should leave.
Yes.
But that is not the majority.
Okay, but let's say there is a woman who in this scenario is.
Yeah.
You do believe that she should stay in the kitchen. This woman...
Well, if he's beating her ass, then no.
Obviously.
Yeah.
She goes into the real world with a child because obviously no woman is going to leave her child with an abuser with no experience, no job, no degree. No woman is going...
This is why Myron lost his hair. Had to get a transplant.
...to survive in that world because we live in an economy where things are extremely expensive, where you do need a degree to survive unless you're going to marry again.
Well,
and most men don't marry middle-aged women with children who are struggling. And that's the realistic
scenario. You'd be surprised. There's a lot of simps out there.
That's what I say too. Because I used to say, I swear to God, I used to say no guy will ever take her. And then life just kind of, I was like, oh, yes, they will. You would be surprised.
You'd be surprised.
And
there's a lot of steps out there that would do that. Again, I see the specific scenario you're mentioning. Yes, if a guy's beating his wife's ass, yeah, she should leave. But that isn't the majority of the situations. A lot of times it's the woman feels like I could do better. I'm bored, or, you know, I just don't feel the spark anymore. We grew apart. All these bullshit phrases that women use to justify breaking up with a guy because they're not happy anymore, and they leave. So it's not the DV like you're claiming. That could be a part of it, but that's a minority.
Also, men are more commonly in marriages to commit infertility than women. So
to commit what?
Infidelity.
Fertility, that means cheating. Do you believe that?
Oh my God, I don't know. She said it so confidently.
Infidelity, you mean? Like
infidelity.
Cheating?
Do you believe that a woman should stay?
Okay, I think she means infidelity.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Do you believe a woman should stay in the marriage?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, I think a very realistic thing that women need to understand is that men are naturally promiscuous and non-monogamous. So I think to be with a guy for 10 years and then throw it away because he cheated on you with some chick that he doesn't care about, I think that's very stupid for a woman to do.
So can a woman cheat on her man?
No, that makes you a whore.
How come if a woman's putting all this effort into raising the children, it's putting all the house that the man cannot do, why can't she cheat then?
Do you think the tits are real, guys? Can we put a poll in the chat? I want to get better at identifying fake or real ones. Well, wait, is she... Okay.
Man's not there if he's always working.
It's simple, because men have to earn their value and women are born with their value.
So women aren't allowed to go and earn their values themselves? Because they're saying they're not allowed to be going out earning their values, but they have to stick there with this value that's given to them by society.
No, but, well, again, men and women are not equal. We got to start there. Men and women are not equal whatsoever, okay?
Okay.
So because what you're referring to is you're talking about like blank slate equalism. Men and women are equal and you're kind of operating from there. That's a fallacy.
Oh my gosh, why is she dressed like that if she's... Oh my God, why? Why?
No blank slate equalism.
Why? Oh, where are her parents?
Women are very different. For example, how old are you?
I'm 16.
What the?
Oh my God. Oh my God, we gotta trim out that comment. Oh my God. How was I supposed to know? What the fuck?
16, why are you dressed like that?
That's exactly what I said.
That's not the question. And I'm still right.
No, dude, that's the problem right there. Like that's an issue. That's a big issue. No, it's not about that. This proves my point. Why are, like, holy crap. Like 16-year-old girls should be at home, right? Like studying. No, I don't actually. I don't, because this you actually just made my argument for me just now. You just made my argument for me just now by doing that.
I just want to say the last girl ate down.
The next time I do street interviews, I'm getting ID. I'm getting IDs for the
But you said a point where, women should be in the kitchen. Well, first of all, I'm from Ireland and I have a podcast called Get the Gist, Follow the Vibes. But yeah.
No. I'm just like over here, like I always say privilege is invisible to those that have it. Do you think a 16-year-old guy would be able to get like certain things like in life? Like, not at all. They're invisible. Nobody gives a fuck, right? So that right there, her being able to come on the mic and say all these things or whatever it may be, like, that proves my point that like men and women live different lives completely.
No, I feel like a 16-year-old boy, if he was educated enough, could come on and speak his mind.
No, it's fine. Go ahead. What's your
no, you said
discussion?
Women should stay in the kitchen?
Yes.
But to be honest,
or in her case, stay at home.
Oh, we're not talking about her now because she ate down. We're moving on to me. So you said that women should be in the kitchen. I think cooking is a life skill, to be honest.
Uh-huh.
Everyone should learn how to cook, to be honest. So that's my, counter argument.
To be honest, I don't think everyone should learn how to cook. You know how it is a life skill, but some people really don't need it. Like high earning guys in the city, for what? Like, they're going to take 45 minutes. Like, they're going to take an hour out of their day to cook when they could just order something. I don't know. I don't think it's...
Your point.
Everyone should learn how to cook?
Yeah. It's a life skill.
Sure. But that doesn't refute that women should still be in the kitchen.
Like, it's a life skill. Where do you cook?
So, this is what I'm saying. When men deal with women, right, we have to bring a lot of value to the table.
Okay.
Okay?
Everyone brings value.
No, women really don't. And I'll explain why.
To you.
Okay, who's pickier, men or women?
1 second. Do you have a missus? Do you have a girl?
That's irrelevant to the question.
No, like, I just don't know context.
I'm asking you.
I want to get to know you.
That's irrelevant. We're having an objective discussion.
Okay.
I'm asking you. Who's pickier, men or women?
Men are so picky. Men who know their value anyways. Men who, like, have worth or have self-worth, they are very picky.
Okay.
Yeah.
In general,
Yeah.
who's pickier, men or women of the opposite gender?
Women aren't picky, to be honest. Like, women need 3 things. What the main thing women need in this life is to feel safe.
Okay, again, the question is...
Yeah.
Yeah, if that was true, then why are women getting drunk at 2 a.m. in Miami? Do you know what I mean? Come on.
Who is pickier?
Men.
Okay, see, we can't even have a real conversation because that's biologically incorrect.
Why is it biologically correct? Incorrect?
Because women have far more standards for men than men have of women.
But to be honest, like, would you say you're a man that's making money and, like, is doing well?
Yes.
You'd be picky. You look picky.
But I got in a position where I can afford to be picky now.
Exactly. Women have gone to the position to feel picky.
No, they're not. A woman could be 18 years old and be picky and brought nothing to the table. That's the point I'm trying to make here.